This film called 300. I guess it's about like ancient war time. Like in those times of Alexander the Great. It's a documentary on that one. But without further ado, let's watch this movie. It's released in 2006. So I'm bloody. The bones.
When the boy was born, he was inspected.
Inspector.
If he'd been small or puny, it had been discarded.
What? Isn't he small?
He could stand. He was baptized in the fire of combat.
He started training early. Okay, he's really fighting with his son.
Taught never to retreat, never to surrender.
I guess that
On the
works.
battlefield, in service to Sparta, greatest glory he could achieve in his life.
It's been taken away.
The boy was taken from his mother and plunged into a world of violence, a Spartan warrior society, to create the finest soldiers the world has ever known.
Colepex.
Forces them to kill.
Kill.
The boy was punished, taught to show no pain, no mercy. Left
I guess
to pit
it's in
his
early
wits
times.
and will against nature's fury, for he would return to his people a Spartan.
Yeah, that's a big word. It looks terrifying.
Claws of black steel, fur as dark night.
Is he going to win? Okay, here's a plan.
The giant wolf, savoring the scent of the meal to come.
Okay. He's
Fear
dead
that
then.
grips him, only a heightened sense of things. His form,
And then. Oh, okay.
perfect.
He's a Spartan.
Given up for dead, returns to his people. Our king, Leonidas!
And Leonidas. Okay.
Been more than 30 years since the wolf and the winter cold. An army of slaves, vast beyond imagining, ready to devour tiny Greece. It's King Leonidas himself who provoked it.
The enemy, heroes, the slow-mo. Okay. Skeletons. So all the human hands is collected.
Constant, but accepting it will make you stronger, my queen.
In Persian.
In the end, this thing is the warrior next to him. You fight with your head.
Then you fight with your heart. Persian messenger awaits you.
He's the boy.
Do not forget today's lesson.
Before you speak, Persian, know that in Sparta, everyone, even a king's messenger, is held accountable for the words of his voice. What message do you bring?
Earth and water.
What?
Do not be coy or stupid, Persian. You can afford neither in Sparta.
What makes this woman think she can speak among men?
Because only Spartan women give birth to real men.
No men allowed.
If you value your lives, Xerxes conquers and controls everything he rests his eyes upon. A token of Sparta's submission to the will of Xerxes.
Submission. Now, that's a bit of a problem.
Don't know
Rumor
that.
has it, the Athenians have already turned you down. Boy lovers have found that kind of nerve. That...
We must be diplomatic.
And of course, Spartans to consider.
Choose your next words carefully.
No. I saw her.
Madman.
Okay.
For a madman.
Earth and water. Plenty of both down there.
No man.
Down there.
Greek. No man threatens a messenger.
Heads of conquered kings to my city steps. Threaten
Getting
my people
triggered.
with slavery and death. You should have done the same.
This is blasphemy. This is madness.
Madness. What? Giving the signal.
This is Sparta!
It's down there. Don't know mercy. What is that? Inside, like a whale. See like a big hole by a whale. Yes. Climbing like seamlessly. Can jump. Oh, not be climbing that. Where's this guy?
Welcome, Leonidas. We have been expecting you.
Is he like leprosy?
Bred swine.
In brain,
More
okay.
creature than man. Creatures whom even Leonidas must bribe.
Persians claim their forces number in the millions. Question, we face the most massive army ever assembled.
It's like golem.
We will
And
use
go.
our Greece ourselves to destroy them. We will march north to I will make
It
sure.
is August, Leonidas.
Sparta wages no war at the time of the Carnea.
Sparta will burn, and children will be slaves or worse. By rebuilding the Great Phocian Wall, and from there we will funnel them into the mountain pass we call the Hot Gates. Persian attack will smash against Spartan shields. Abandon his campaign.
We must consult the oracle.
Oracle.
Gods, Leonidas.
Reason.
Your blasphemies have cost
Blasphemy.
us quite enough already.
And they disagree.
We will.
Worthless remnants of a time before Sparta's ascent from darkness. Tradition even Leonidas cannot defy, for he must respect
Oh,
the word of the evil. Slave or king is above the law.
Okay, I don't know what's going on.
Choose only the most beautiful Spartan girls to live among them as oracle of the needs of men.
Okay. It's
Souls
kind of weird.
Sparta will fall.
Poor.
Trust not in men. Honor the gods. The Carnea.
great swine. Worthless disease.
Fresh oracle shall be delivered to you from every corner of the empire.
Okay.
The oracle robbed you of your desire as well.
It would take more than the words of a drunken adolescent girl to rob me of my desire for you. Oracle's words could set fire to all that I love. King do to save his world when the very laws he is sworn to protect force him to do nothing.
Should a free man do?
He needs to make his own decisions. Yeah, they're really doing it.
300.
It's the name of the movie come from.
Born sons to carry on their name.
Then the Spartans.
We are with you, sire! For Sparta! For freedom! To the death!
Yeah, I think I know this actor.
He is your son.
Okay.
He is too young to have felt a woman's warmth.
No younger than we were the first time you stood next to me in battle.
But a better captain, there is none.
Ephors have spoken. There must be no march.
It is the law, my lord. Spartan army must not go to war.
Nor shall it. 300 men are my personal bodyguard. Our army will stay in Sparta.
Where will you go?
Suppose I'll head north.
No.
Move out! What can you do? Sparta will need sons.
Guess he's about to leap out.
Spartan!
Okay.
Come back with your shield, or on it.
Yes, my lady.
Goodbye, my love. He doesn't say it. No room for softness.
No, I don't.
Not in
Okay.
Sparta. No place for weakness. Only the hard and strong may call themselves Spartans. Only the hard.
Only the hard. Where's this handspare? Yeah, they were ripped.
March. For our families. For our freedom. We march.
Pleasant surprise. This morning's full of surprises, Leon. We heard Sparta was on the warpath. We were eager to join forces, and only this handful of soldiers against Xerxes? Commitment to at least match our own.
What is your profession?
I'm a potter.
Potter.
And you, what is your profession?
Sculptor, sir. Blacksmith.
Yeah, they were weak people.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Okay.
I brought more soldiers than you did.
Yeah, they were stronger.
No sleep tonight. Not for the king. All his 40 years, sword and bone and flesh
No
and
sleep
blood.
kind of band.
The only regret is that he has so few to sacrifice.
Where is this guy?
We're being followed. My king! Look!
Burning. Well,
Where are all the people?
dead.
Persians.
Somewhere around 20.
These footprints.
Where's that?
Behind them!
Behind. Shadow. Oh, what's that?
Child!
What?
They came with these
They come with claws and fangs.
The villagers!
Jehovah,
I found them.
Have the gods no mercy?
The child speaks of the Persian ghosts, known from the ancient times. They are the hunters of men's souls, not be killed or defeated.
What? Ninkos?
Immortal. We'll put their name to the test.
What? Yes. Or 3 people.
Into that narrow corridor we march. Citizen soldiers, freed slaves, brave Greeks all. For duty's sake, for glory's sake we march.
Look! Persians!
Oh, there's a lot of bullets.
As they're embraced by the loving arms of Greece herself.
Who stabs the sky with thunderbolts and batters the Persian ships with hurricane wind. Only one among us keeps his Spartan reserve. Only he. Only our king.
My queen, courtyard is more fitting place for a married woman.
Afraid gossip and protocol are the least of my worries now, Councilman. Even here, Theron has eyes and ears which fuel Sparta with doubt and fear.
Our council would vote to give all we have and follow Leonidas.
And you can arrange for me to speak to the council. If it is reason they want, I will let them know. That it comes with the highest of costs. The cost of blood.
Leonidas is my king, as well as you.
It's a whole colony.
All those ships smashed on the rocks. How can this be?
Fraction of the monster that is Xerxes' army.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
Why do you smile?
smiling.
Never met an adversary who could offer me what we Spartans call a beautiful death. All the world's warriors gathered against us. It was up to the task.
Beautiful death. And the other Persians. Well, yeah.
Forward, I say! I'm the emissary to the ruler of all the world. I demand that someone show me your commander. A paltry dozen you slew scares her. Pathetic wall will do anything.
Yeah. Need a body.
Our ancestors, your Persian scouts, supplied the mortar.
Pay for your barbarism!
And whip. Oh, he's playing it. That was quick.
My arm!
Run along and tell your Xerxes he faces free men here, not slaves.
A wall just a little bit bigger. Your women will be slaves. Your daughters, your elders will be slaves. This day, you will be dead men. The Persian Empire descend upon you. Arrows
That's
will
not good.
blot out the sun.
Thousands of Persians are coming in.
There is such a route, good king. Just past
Yeah.
that western ridge. Persians could use it to outflank us.
Not one step closer, monster.
Monster.
I'll skew you where you stand.
I gave no such order.
Born of Sparta, led my parents to flee Sparta, lest I be discarded. My father's name, by serving you in combat.
He wants to serve in
My father
combat.
trained spear and shield and sword as much a part of me as my own beating heart. Serving you in the battle. I will kill many Persians.
Raise your shield as high as you can.
That's it.
Impenetrable unit. That is the source of our strength. Takes the man to his left, thigh to neck, and the phalanx shatters.
Not him there.
But not all of us were made to be soldiers.
But I...
If you want to help, tend the wounded. Bring them water. I cannot use you.
Oh. Oh, poor guy.
Mother! You were wrong!
Throw the shit.
Leonidas! You are wrong!
Earthquake.
Earthquake.
Oh, someone's coming.
No, battle formations.
Okay. There's a lot of people.
This is where we hold them. Fight!
Okay.
This is where they die! For it will be yours for all time.
It's a Persian king.
Lay down your weapons!
No.
Come and get them!
pushing. Okay. Seems not working. The spears are working. Yeah, they're clearing every button. Okay. This is very good slow-mo. Okay. And there's a little skin from there.
Let's give them something to drink.
The clips. Okay.
Have a good start.
There were all arrows. Okay. That's it.
Persian cowards.
Lovey.
What the hell are you laughing at?
You had to say, fight in the shade.
Recover!
Yeah. And it was easy how they're going to fight all of them.
Spartan dies.
It's the horse. You're going to push out the horse. And it's going to be messy.
Easy, son.
Not the horse.
We were born to do it. The prisoners, no mercy. A good start.
Sharpening the tools.
Your son starts at Gogi next year. There's always a difficult time for a Spartan mother. You will speak before the council in 2 days.
My husband does not have 2 days.
Think of the 2 days as a gift. His voice you must silence. Him your ally.
You are wise as you are kind.
Ah, there's your money. You should keep a better eye on him if he's to be king one day. Unfortunate if anything were to happen to him, or to his beautiful
What's he
mother.
implying on? Apple.
I'm begging for a crack at the Persian, sire. 20 of his best, eager, sober, and ready for the next charge.
Persians approaching.
Okay.
Too small for an attack.
They assassinate me. All of Sparta goes to war. Pray. They're that stupid. There's no reason we can't be civil. None, sire.
Okay.
Let me
It's
guess.
kind of unnecessary.
Must be Xerxes.
Eyebrows done. Okay. Extra.
It would be a regrettable waste.
Tall.
We've been sharing our culture with you all morning.
Yours is a fascinating. Even now you are defiant in the presence of a god. It isn't wise to stand against millionaires when I would gladly kill any of my own men for victory.
And I would die for any one of mine.
The fate of your women.
Clearly, you don't know our women. I might as well have marched them up here. Judging by what I've seen, it won't be long before they fear my spears.
Yeah.
It's not the lash they fear, it's my divine power. That I'm a generous god, make a warlord of all Greece. If you will, but kneel at mine.
Yeah.
Generous.
No, thank you.
No, for only a madman would. But the idea of kneeling, it left a nasty cramp in my leg. So kneeling will be up.
I will erase even the memory of Sparta from the histories. Burned. Every Greek history.
Okay, chill out.
And every scribe shall have their eyes put out. Every name of Sparta or Leonidas will be punishable by death.
Free men stood against a tyrant.
There you go.
Then a god king can bleed.
Maybe if I'm injured, you'll be able to keep up with me. I was so far ahead, you couldn't see me. Jealousy does not become you, my friend.
You're going to do it again.
How those Persians high?
Yeah, slow Persians.
Unless I miss my guess, we're in for one wild night.
Of Persian kings for 500 years, soulless.
What is that creature?
The personal guard to King Xerxes himself. The deadliest fighting force in all of Asia.
These are immortals.
Easy to taunt, easy to the Mad King throws the best he has at us. Taking the bait.
Spartans! Push!
He put their name to the test.
Okay, let's go again. What is that thing? No, what is that? Box. The X. Okay. It's very cool. Okay. Got this guy in the pen. Katana. Now he's dead there.
No! Choose what's what we can do! Go!
Stabbing wildly. More brawlers than warriors. Brave amateurs. They do their part. And a man who fancies himself a god feels a very human chill.
They won't.
Dead! Who will Xerxes dare to send next?
King allows himself to hope for more than glory. Such mad hope against Asia's endless hordes, against all odds. Barbarians howl.
Forward!
Those in front cry
Ah,
Our eyes bear
yeah,
witness
that
to
was
the grotesque spectacle coughed forth from the darkest corner of...
okay. Fireworks.
When muscle fair their magic.
They're missing.
100 nations funneled into this narrow corridor. Their numbers count for nothing.
With your train balls, basically.
They fall by the hundreds. We send the severed bodies and the fragile hearts back to Xerxes' feet.
What? What's that creature?
King Xerxes is displeased with his generals. Xerxes dispatches his monsters from half the world away.
Bringing independence in this.
Clumsy beasts. And the piled Persian dead are slippery.
The hair. They have like no chance.
Astanos! My son!
Ah, someone's coming. Right.
We lose few, but each felled is a friend, or dearest blood. Seeing the headless body of his own young son goes wild. Blood.
Wow.
Are more frightening to the enemy than the deepest battle drum. We meant to restrain him and bring him back to our own.
They're gone. And the creature again.
To reject you.
Brought there.
I am kind to think you could ever desire embrace me as her king and as her god?
Yes.
The path that enters behind the cursed Spartans.
Yes. I want it all. Women.
Kuma.
Want a uniform.
None like the cruel Leonidas who demanded that you stand, that you kneel.
Never spared words with me.
Is it poison?
Sorry to disappoint you, it's only water.
Well, it's been arranged for you to go before the council.
I need your help in winning votes to...
Why would I want to do that?
It proves you care for a king who right now fights for the very water we drink.
Your husband, our king, has taken 300 of our finest to slaughter. He's
To
broken
win.
our law. You're as foolish as Leonidas if you think men don't have a price in this world. All men are not created equal.
Yeah.
A woman, even a queen, can walk into the council chamber and sway the minds of men.
Crush the life out of you right now.
Leonidas will receive no reinforcements, and if he returns without my help, go to jail or worse.
Tetany.
Your husband fights for his land and his love. What do you have to offer?
What does a realist want with his queen?
I think you know.
Yeah. That was great.
This will not be over quickly. You will not enjoy this. I'm not your king.
Disgusting.
I trust that scratch hasn't made you useless.
I. God so fit to grace me with a spare.
Undone. Undone, I tell you. Destroyed. That sauce. Calm yourself. Xerxes' immortals to the hidden code path behind us.
Oh boy.
The Phocians you posted there were scattered without a fight.
I say it is over.
By morning, the immortals will surround us.
Prepare for glory!
There is no glory to be had now. Only retreat or surrender.
Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
They're not surrendering.
Let each among them search his own soul.
They're leaving.
Godspeed, Leonidas.
No surrender. And by Spartan law, we will stand and fight. And die. 300 Spartans gave their last breath to defend it.
Yeah, this guy's about Badia.
Without regret until now. It's just that I never told him that I loved him the most. That he was all that was best in me.
My heart is broken for your loss.
I'm ready for battle.
That you are one of the finest. You will deliver my final orders to the council.
C'est un message à terre.
What happened to you? You have a grand tale to tell.
Your message.
Yeah, the queen is in good condition. Like the necklace.
None that need be spoken.
Only one looks back.
But tonight, we dine in hell!
Wife of Leonidas and queen of Sparta.
His actions speak louder than my words ever could. I am here for all those voices which cannot be heard. Mothers, daughters, 100 families that bleed for our rights. We must send the entire Spartan army to aid our king in the preservation of not just ourselves, but of our children. Send it for law and order. Send it for reason. Our army for hope. We are made stronger by their actions.
Moving, eloquent, passionate.
What's he about to say?
Persians will not stop until the only shelter we will find is rubble and chaos.
Needs no history lesson, my queen.
Really?
Speak of honor, duty, and glory, or what of adultery?
How dare you?
How dare I? He is a trickster in true form. This sacred chamber, my queen. Just hours ago, you offered yourself. I would have her scent on me still, which you took in exchange for her having an audience with these noble men. Not by your invitation asked to come to the king's bedchamber, attempted to negotiate with me so vigorously. A bribe of the flesh, gentlemen, while her husband promotes anarchy and war. Words escape even the most cunning tongue.
Yeah.
Queen-like behavior infects us further with her inglorious...
Okay. That was quick.
You will not enjoy this.
Yeah, she's gonna pierce. Getting them. Heroes.
Congratulations.
Yeah, basically sounded.
Despite your insufferable arrogance, the God King has come to admire Spartan valor and fighting skill.
This guy.
Think of you men!
Despite your several insults, despite your horrid blasphemies, is prepared to forgive all and more to reward your service. Keep them. You will be wealthier and more powerful than ever before.
This is a pretty good deal,
You fight
keeping
for
the
your
lands and
kingship,
wealth.
but lay down your arms and kneel to holy Xerxes.
Kneel, these piercings.
More than 30 years since the wolf and the winter cold. Only restlessness. A heightened sense of things. Seaborn breeze coolly kissing the sweat at his chest. Planing even as they feast on the thousands of floating dead. Ready to die for him. Without a moment's pause. Ready to die. His helmet is stifling.
Is he going to do it?
His shield is heavy.
Yeah, this hill.
You there. Ephialtes. May you live forever.
Your spear.
The spear. Okay. He's surrendering that. Aliens. That was great.
It narrowed his vision, but he must see far. Shield with his target is far away.
Oh boy. He's going to hit him. Oh, thumb out. Được, anh chưa? Until all that.
We Spartans are descended from Hercules himself, gives testament to our bloodline. His roar is long and loud.
Yeah, he still talk.
It's an honor to die at your side. It's an honor to have lived at yours. My wife, my love.
He died. Messenger. Did he know the news?
Simple an order as a king can give. Remember why we died.
The Spartans.
We did not wish tribute, monuments, nor poems of war and valor. Remember us.
He's the new king.
He said, should any free soul come across that place, the century is yet to be. May all our voices go tell the Spartans passerby.
Yeah, it's like a drawing.
And so my king died. Pondered my king's cryptic talk of victory.
From free Greek to free Greek, the word was spread. He's 300, so far from home. The promise this country holds. Here on this rugged patch of earth called Plataea, is obliteration! Sheer terror gripping tight, knowing full well what merciless horrors they suffered at the swords and spears of 300.
Make it that thing
Now, across the plain, at 10,000 Spartans, 1,000 free Greeks. Ooh!
It's a lot of Spartans.
We rescue a world from mysticism and tyranny, and usher in a future brighter than anything we can imagine. Give thanks, man! And the brave 300! Victory!
This ending is actually a big movie. Some of the scenes actually very big. There's a killing involved in this. He liked the action scene in this one. There's some very motivating speech. He like being energetic. Okay, so in the video,